So after beating this level, I decided to go back since, I already have a save point there. And I decided to go ballsy with this one. I was thinking that there has to be an invisible platform here, kind of like at the beginning of the game. So if you take a leap of faith, you'll see there is a platform here, and you can safely run across and gain some roast beef and a power-up, which is really helpful. So that's that. So I remember saying that I had no idea how to get this torch, because, there's no way you can reach that platform right there. But then I took a look over at here and saw these two things and realized you can jump on these. And I wondered what they were for, but then I realized they're for this thing. Because this thing is raised before you fight the monster. So then I was thinking, well, how do you get there? How do you get up here? Because normally you're down here, and but then of course there's this thing. So if you come to this middle point, you can drop down right here, and let me try to quickly do this to demonstrate. If you come down between the towers and hop your way across, before you do the third Duel Tower, then the platform will still be raised, and you can get on the higher platform that you normally wouldn't be able to get to if you came the other way. Let me speed this up real quick. So anyways, as you can see, if you don't beat the boss there, and you climb up the long way around coming from that side, you can simply hop up here, use this to elevate you, and finally get this torch. And what is this torch? This torch that's been eluded by many? Just a roast beef. So that's it. Hello everyone, welcome back to Castlevania 64. My name is Dario, and this time we're playing Renlord's side once again. After passing the Duel Tower, we've entered the Tower of Execution. And this level is a doozy for more than one reason, and you'll see why as soon as I step out here. Immediately everything goes into slow motion because there is a lot of activity in this tower, and so much so it causes the N64 to lag severely. And there's also probably going to be a few deaths in this tower. Honestly, it's made a little bit easier because everything's going in slow motion, so you can really get the timing down. But for the most part, you will most likely die in this tower. Well, hence the name Tower of Execution. So, first obstacle is going to be trying to get through these moving platforms. If I was quick enough, I'd be able to make that cycle, but I think I'll play it safe. I'll really try to minimize the deaths in this, so just to make it easier on myself. But this is probably the closest point in the game that kind of gets to the original Castlevania. All it comes down to is, well, that's all it comes down to. As I was saying, this tower and those kind of parts are probably the closest it'll come to the original Castlevania, in terms of making precise jumps and avoiding things flying at you while doing said precise jumps. If anything, the best way to get through this tower is perhaps to move swiftly, If you dawdle around like I did, then you'll die. And this is the second area for the crystal, the special crystal. The first one was in the Forest of Silence with the invisible platform, and this one is no different. If you stay kind of close to the wall and just walk along, you can easily access this part and get the second special. And this one, I believe, is the costume for the character you're currently playing. Carrie does not come to this level. She has her own. And I remember as a kid, actually, I used to get this one because I used to jump off from that ledge right there onto here. But since then, I've discovered that you can simply just walk. So, moving right along, I'm going to be taking care of this. Taking forever. Okay, I gotta put a counter on that one because that took forever. But yeah, this level actually got a redesign in the Legacy of Darkness edition. And kind of rightfully so. Like, it really got expanded into a fully fleshed out level. I find it a little bit easier, but that's not really a bad thing because it's not too fun to constantly die at this level and have to keep redoing it, and gotta wait for these now. So, as you can see, there's a lot of things in this tower, and what's interesting to note, I believe, is if you see these hooks up there, I believe these are left, okay, I'm purely like being hypothetical a little bit. I think those are left over from a feature where you would actually use your whip to swing, similar to Super Castlevania 4. I believe that was in the original like prototype, or at least was in the concept of the game, that you use the whip to do such actions. And I'm guessing those are remnant of that. Now, I don't know for sure if like those are still there because of that reason, but I do recall, at least I'm like 60% sure that was possible in this game at one point. Probably like way like early, you know. In fact, that talking about that just reminded me of the the concept trailer of this game. This game looked quite different from how it looks now. When it first was released, they showed a promo video for it, and at some point I will show that. I'll probably show that during Carrie's section, only because, well, it'll give her something to do, because she only has a few more exclusive levels to show. So that'll be something to look forward to, and I'm kind of glad I remembered about that, actually, because it's quite a interesting little thing. I always think it's interesting, actually, to I always think it's interesting to look at like how a game used to look like in beta or alpha or whatever you want to name you want to go by. And these red skeletons, they cannot die. They just simply become immobilized for a bit, and they got one hell of an arm, like seriously. This is gonna be a bad idea. Okay, oh god! I thought I could make that jump, and then I realized I couldn't, and then I braked, and then I saw the platform coming out, and I realized I could have made it. So, I'll see you guys back there. But as I was saying before, I really think it's interesting when you look at a game in alpha or beta, because you see things that, you know, it's kind of like you're not supposed to see, and you see like concepts for worlds that never became, or, you know, just little interesting stuff like that. Like, I even find it interesting to read about games that I don't even know. I actually lived I'm not gonna lie, that's a first. I've said that quite a bit during this playthrough, but I won't let you guys sit through watching me do all this again. I will keep playing through. I'll keep the camera on this, like, to see if I could make it through on this one life. Nope, I'm not, because this thing's gonna kill me. And it didn't. What the? Okay, alright, sure, whatever. So, alright, you know, screw it. Let's just... I was gonna fast forward this, but let's see if I can get back to where I was without dying. Ooh, can I get that? Yes, I can. This level actually is kind of short. And these things respawn because I died. But this level is actually kind of short. If you're a better player than I am, then you know you can probably get through this level in like 5 minutes. So I could probably afford to pad out the level a little bit with my less than stellar gameplay. So, anyways, I'm gonna jinx myself by saying things look promising. We're already back to the second save point. And I don't know why I saved again. I don't know, just why not? But let's see. The only bad part is about kind of retreading the same ground is I'm kind of ran out of stuff I was going to talk about, but then this level kind of would have been like 11 minutes, which actually probably wouldn't be such a bad thing because the first video of Carrie I uploaded was close to 30 minutes, which, you know, kind of went on longer than I anticipated. So, actually, hold on. Wow, we did it. We actually made it back to where we were without dying. And, so, once again, moving right along. Now that section, that's a little section actually, is actually quite difficult to get through because you have him throwing bones at you while you also got Medusa heads, and the timing on getting up is actually where it triggered you. I'm kind of surprised I got it that fast. The key I just picked up allows you to open a door downstairs, actually where the second save point was. I'm kind of debating if I should go back and do it and open it. Screw it, I'll do it. Once again, I love it how, you know, you can do stuff. Well, that almost got me. You know, in real life, or do stuff that you normally wouldn't be able to do in real life in games, like just leaping off a thing like that. But, anyways, if you notice this door over here has a lock on it, we just simply go up here and. Unfortunately, it's actually kind of a waste because I think there's like only like a moon card and like roast chicken. No, it's a cross and roast beef. So it's kind of useful, I guess. Even though we're already maxed out on beef, but I guess for anyone wanting to play on their own, that's where the execution key. It'd be kind of cooler if there was like, I don't know, something more useful. I mean, unless there's something I don't know about, but it doesn't look to be. I think by this point in the game, they're like starting to get lazy. It's like, just, you know, like kind of after Castle Center, they kind of just really kind of like, alright, like, let's just allow them to finish the game. But for your guys' sake, I will skip ahead back to where I was. Or, let's see, will I? I'll just keep the camera rolling, and if I really come up with nothing interesting to say, I'll just cut ahead, and if I come up with something interesting, I won't, so... Yeah, I'll see you guys. I'll cut back to where I was. Although this is kind of interesting to look at, like, the camera's like out of the level, and kind of see, like, oh, it's trying to pop back in. Yeah, look at that. Alright, anyways, yeah, I'll cut back to where I was. Alright, we're back to right where we were. The execution key was right over there. I don't think there's anything over there now, but we're actually really close to the end of the level. All we gotta do is get across the other side of the room and make it, but man, still this fog kind of gets me to this day. It's really eerie to me, like, just the way it looks. Anyways, before we end this episode, I kind of like to mention, like, I didn't get a chance to, I just remembered to mention my experience with this level. Because this level comes right after Duel Tower, and it's funny because I remember with my brother being stuck on Duel Tower for so long that, like, once we finally got here, it was like a breath of fresh air, and it was crazy. And this level didn't take as long as Duel Tower to get through, but, you know, it still took quite a few deaths, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny how now I could really breeze through it if I try, and I don't know what the point of this door is. It's really weird. Like if you don't die if you touch it, you can't open it. Like, maybe if you do it from the other side, something happens, but, like, you know, it's just always been like a weird obstacle. But whoa, look, my fog. Anyways, last thing I'd like to mention is the music too. Like Duel Tower and Tower of Execution have, like, really interesting soundtracks because I'll just listen to it for a bit. Like, you know, Duel Tower and Tower of Execution, they both have, like, kind of, I guess, droning sounds. Like, or droning and, like, repetitive, like, soundtracks, because, you know, Duel Tower has, like, the repeating piano, like, the piano track, like, constantly playing. And this one has, like, the synthesizer. I don't know. Anyways, so that's pretty much Tower of Execution. Interesting little level. Kind of makes you wonder how the hell this place is supposed to execute people. Besides, I can't really talk. This, like, died a few times here, but still it's definitely a memorable level to me. So let's get out of here. Anyways, this is level 8, the Room of Clocks, and this one is actually a really, really short level, and you'll see why next time. So thanks for watching, and tune in next time.